ladies alone. And I would have defended that fact by saying the program is for females. But since I observed that we have some men that have actually contributed in making this program a success, I'll greet by saying good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can you put your hands together for yourselves? My name is Sarah Essay, and this evening I'll be telling you about a phenomenal woman. She's a woman that we can see to be purpose-driven and vision-oriented. This woman I want to tell you about is a writer, a motivational speaker. She's an author. She is an ordained pastor in the Fountain of Life Church in Lagos. If you want to clap, you can clap. She's also the founder and CEO of the Cheer Center Group in Lagos, an organization that deals basically with the production of furniture. She is the founder of the Christian Missionary Fund, a foundation that helps Christian missionaries to generate funds. She happens to be the former chairman of First Bank of Nigeria and the first female to attain that position. I'm talking about no other person than Ibukun Awosika. She was born on the 24th of December 1962 in Oyo State of Nigeria as the 10th child of a Nigerian father and a Cameroonian mother. While her mother was pregnant with her, her father was away in England to study. A while after her mother put to bed, she decided to join her husband in England. And they felt, well, it would be a big burdensome to go with the baby. So she was left behind in Nigeria with her grandmother, who took care of her in the early days of her life. According to Ibukun Awosika, she said she is glad that she was trained by her grandmother because it exposed her to a lot of ancient wisdom. She attended the Methodist Girls High School in Lagos. And while in school, she made use of every opportunity that came her way. She represented the school in quizzes, she debated, she was athletic, and she also acted in some school playlets. Before leaving high school, she had it in mind to be a medical student. But guess what? That desire died the day she found out that medical students use real dead bodies for practicals. After that discovery, she decided to study architecture. But anyway, she gained admission into Obafemi Awolowo University to study chemistry. After her first year in studying chemistry, guess what? She discovered she didn't really like chemistry. She could pass it, but she didn't love it. And then she started to develop a new desire to be a lawyer. A lot of people had told her that she would make a good lawyer, and she knew they were right. She had participated in debates, and she knew there was no argument she could not make. With that new development, most afternoons she would go to the front of the office of the Dean of Law and sit there. It happened for some days till one day, the secretary of the Dean said to him, "Sir, there's this lady that is always here. I think she wants to see you. Please pay attention to her." And then the Dean called her in and asked her what she wanted. And she told him she would like to transfer to law. He looked at her and said, I love your guts. By next semester, if I am going to take just one person, that will be you. But you need to do something. Ensure you come out with good grades. And therein lied another problem. If she had good grades, there was no way her department would release her. And if she didn't, there was no way she would be accepted to study law. So she found herself in a catch-22 situation. By the end of that semester, she didn't really have to decide because, can you guess? She found out that she didn't want to be a lawyer anymore. And then she had a new desire to become an accountant so that it would enable her work in a bank. So with that new development, she picked some pre-electives in admin and accounting, and that was how she graduated from Obafemi Awolowo University. Before going for her youth service, she already had it in mind that she would serve in an accounting firm. But unfortunately, she was posted to a school, a Muslim school. That wasn't actually the problem. The problem was that she didn't want to teach. She wanted to work in an accounting firm. On the day she was to report to the school, she deliberately wore a dress that revealed her shoulders. And being a Muslim school, she was immediately rejected. She ran back to the secretariat with the letter of acceptance from the accounting firm that she wanted to work in. She already had it planned out, and she was posted there. And that's the Williams, Akintola and Co., which is now known as Deloitte. After her 1-year youth service, can you guess what happened? She discovered that she no longer wanted to be an accountant. And there was no other reason than the fact that they already had everything planned out. She calls herself a restless being that loves to tweak her brain. She loves to be creative and innovative. So following a scheduled plan of doing things was not really what she wanted. She still loved the idea of working in a bank, but not as an accountant. After her youth service, she was offered an immediate employment, but she rejected it and went back home. While at home, she decided not to go about asking her father for money. So in a bid to still wait for her bank job, she decided to do something to while away time. And she was given an employment with a furniture producing firm. She spent just 3.5 months with the organization. And guess what? She found out that she loved the production of furniture. She didn't really love the way they did things there, but she knew there were lots of things she could do with furniture. And that brought about the formation of the Chair Center Group, an organization that she founded, and they deal with majorly with the production of furniture. She started that organization in a bid to do things right. And today, they are 33 years in existence. She was still at it when she was invited to join the board of First Bank of Nigeria, and that was how she became the chairman of the First Bank of Nigeria. I'd like us to deviate a bit into her fake life. Ibuka Amushita was born as a Muslim, not just any Muslim. Her father was an Alhaji, not just any Alhaji. Her father was the grandson of the first Alhaji in Oyo State. The journey of her Christian faith started the day when her sister was sick. Being the eldest person in the house, she rushed her sick sister to the hospital. And there she called the mother of the friend of hers, who came to the hospital with their pastor, and they prayed for her sick sister. Out of curiosity, she looked at them and asked, "Where is your church? And what is the name of the church you attend?" And she was told. She didn't really want to do anything with that information. She just wanted to satisfy her curiosity. But a while later, she went to that church together with another sister of hers. And the pastor raised a prayer for her sister who was still at the hospital. She was surprised at how fervent people could pray for someone they did not even know. And that caught her attention. After the sermon, the pastor made an altar call, and somehow she found herself outside. When they were asked to make the confession of their faith, she was speaking, and guess what? She started to speak in tongues. Which means you are right if you say she received the baptism of the Holy Ghost the same day she gave her life to Christ. The journey of her Christian faith did not end there. Her conversion to Christianity led to the conversion of every other member of her family, including her father. Her father gave his life to Christ 2 months to his 60th birthday, and he served God even as an usher at that age, till one day he slumped in church and could no longer stand. But he still loved and served God till his last breath at the age of 87. She's happily married to Abiodun Awoshika and they have 3 sons. I'll leave you with some of her favorite words. 1. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it well. 2. It's okay to stand up for what you believe in, even if it means standing alone. And 3. Knowledge is an investment, and you must keep investing in yourself. To every female in here, I want you to be encouraged by the life of Ibukun Awoshika. She has buttressed the fact that what a man can do, a woman can do even better.